We'll continue the domain topic only this session also. Fine. Any question you have?
Sir, one question, sir. So you are saying that uh, SAP for their convenience, so technical properties it should be saved under separate table.
Correct.
In the technical and semantic
Correct,
property
correct,
should be under. So you are saying that one more point. Mm.
Yeah.
What is the reason behind that? You mentioned one of the word I forgot.
Yeah, no problem. Actually, 1 minute, you will get complete clarity because I have not introduced the domain value ranges tab and all. Once I go to that tab, then you finally will discuss that question. By that time only you will get the answer. I will come back, no problem. Right? So we will go to the next level because another 1 hour I am going to talk few additional things. Yes, definitely. So first of all, what is the reusable scenario? Reusable scenario is this. Like suppose one domain is there. This is the domain. Domain can be used in, yes, this is your data element 1. Okay, simply because there is no space here. Like I'll write it data element 1, data element 2, and so on. So what is the meaning of that is domain can be used. Domain can be used in this way. Like one domain can be used in, okay, domain can be used in data element. This data element, two data elements are using one domain. Right. Next, if you go to the reusable facility, if you go to the table field, this is your table field 1. Next table field 2. Okay, that is table 1 field 1, table 1 field 2. Next, if you go to this one, table 2 field 1, next table 2 field 2, this way. So it could be used. Yes, once the data element is ready, it can be used in this table field and as well as this table field also. Same, one data element can be used in same table 2 fields or different tables, different fields also can be used. So wherever you want, you can use it. Only make sure that if you want to use this domain, its status should be N. If you want to use this data element, its status should be. So there are two types of words we are using. Is first table, because you have to observe this dependency, interdependency things also you have to observe it. What is that? Like first of all, hmm, like a table field uses data element. Data element in turn uses domain. This is the terminology we will use it. Okay. Yes, if you want me to write, I can write this. Closely you observe this too. Yes, table field uses data. Next, data element uses domain because uses in opposite state. So next statement, domain can be used or can be attached to data element. This statement also you somewhere in the documentation they will use it. Okay. Yes. Domain can be used in data element or domain can be attached to data. Same data element can be attached to table field. This is also yes accepted statement. Both are same. So now if you observe it, the arrows when I say the table field uses data element means writing data element uses domain. You reverse arrow, you can write domain you attach to data element and the table field. So both are accepted things because yes, this is the dependency part. Okay, dependency part. Okay, so if you have a doubt, suppose you I already told you if you go to this particular screen, yes, you can see this title below left where you are. So these options, okay, SAP wantedly created these options separated here. These options, okay, yes, so table field separated here. So if you go to the table level, if you double click, through also, you can reach out to that places. Either way, whatever I demonstrated there. Yes. Next, yeah, there is a one more scenario because I'm going to important topic only because the server is too. This is the dependencies between all the interdependencies concept is completed. Next, okay, I will come back to the value ranges time, but prior to that, I'm going to use one important feature is called as where hyphen used list. Where user list because it can be introduced. This feature can be introduced at any point of time, but I am covering into domain topic only. This way only initially beginner level only. This is helpful to the project. So what exactly this is? Okay, important feature provided by SAP2 consultant. It is not useful for end user, particularly technical consultant, ABAP consultant can use this where user list. So what happens? It is used to quickly find out the used areas of the current object. So it provides the list of used objects in a dialog box, separate dialog box. Complete. So the result depends on cursor position, and depends on object. Depends on object. So what is the meaning of that? Where user list. So it is to find out the repository objects dependency. This functionality is there. As we know that yes, the domain used in data element is used in table field. I want to find out this. Like suppose this is your domain. Place the cursor on domain, click on this icon where used list. So here Control Shift F3, that is the where used shortcut, okay, where hyphen used list. This is mostly a top icon, fixed icon, which these three symbols arrow, okay, three arrow symbols, icon symbol is that. Even it could be available at yes, utilities. That is, it is a kind of special utility, special provision where user list. Yes. So I want to find out this domain is used in which data element. Okay. Yes. Place the cursor here on the domain, then click on where user list. So what happened? The domain is used primarily into the data element. That's why the data element is automatically selected here. And it is optionally used in other areas also. Okay. If you want other areas, you can activate these areas also. Otherwise, continue with the data element. Yes. Okay. You are searching for this domain used in how many data elements, plural. Continue. Yes. We find the result of data elements list. Only it is used in one. So check this, then extend this selection again, where user list. Now, the data elements are used in many areas, but primarily into table fields. It can also be used in structure fields, view fields, so many. So if you want all these usage areas, you can activate this also. Otherwise, continue with only yes, this continue. So we reach out to the table fields, right? You can see the table fields. So this is the table name, this is the field name. Then come to this, activate this, place the cursor over here. Then after, click on where user list icon. Now you are getting the specified object type is unknown. That means this search is ended over here. You cannot go to the next level because this table just now created yesterday or day before. It is not used in any program or any function module or any class, anything. It is only created, that's it. Okay. So this way, what happened? Where used list is to find out the dependent object or used objects. So that is wherever the current object is used, why it is called as where used list is yes, yes. It searches, okay, it searches wherever the current object is used in SAP system. That is, it searches and generates or provides the generate the list. That's it. So you are new to SAP, suppose you have to quickly finish the project. So this is very much useful to you because there in SAP everything is many domains, many data elements, many tables, everything lakhs of things are there. So that's why this is a helpful feature to the consultant to quickly identify the interdependent objects. Okay, yes, it is helpful to find out not only used interdependent objects, that is, yes, which object depend on which one, okay, or which one used on which one. Everything you will quickly find out it here. But what is that? Your cursor, when you are placing the cursor on this, system understand that you are looking for a domain only. Okay. Not only this, we will go with another search criteria because, like, if you go to the till now, I guess Uh, we have created two domains, right? Two domains. First one is PAN number, second is Aadhaar number. Yes, so we will start with Aadhaar number. Yes, I know that this is my domain Aadhaar number, but I want to find out this domain is used in how many data elements. So place the cursor on domain, click on where used, you will find the all the data elements list. Yes, it is only used in one area only, one data element only. So select it, data element, and you continue this extended search. Okay, data element is used in table fields primarily. Continue. This table field used in many areas, but the search is ended over here. Are we getting right result or not? Definitely right results only, no doubt about it, because this is SAP provided result. So that's why if you want to quickly identify this dependent used areas are also, this icon where user list is useful. Suppose this is not only used for SE11, if you go to the program, sorry, if you go to the SE37 function builder, here also you'll find the where user list. This function module is used in which areas you want to find out, you can find out quickly. If you want to go to the program, this is the program name, it is used in which areas you want to find out where user list is there. Then if you go to SC51, program and screen, this program and screen is used in which areas you will find out where user list. That is fixed. It is there in the utilities. Okay. Then go to SC 24 class builder. Everywhere this where used icon is common at application toolbar and utilities menu also. Control Shift F3. Yes, you can find out these things. Okay. So today I introduced this, and going forward I will directly use this. Where use hyphen used list. This is a feature provided for ABAPers to simplify their job. It is most commonly used functionality, okay, in the project. So you can also do it for your this thing search. Clear? Then we'll move on to the next topic, that is what is pending things. Because in the domain topic is not completed, because in under domain we have to discuss a lot. That is nothing but in this domain screen we have properties tab is simple, definition tab is like under definition tab, yes, you have to see the first section is format section, below section is output characteristic section. These two are most important. Okay, yes, these two are most important. Yes. Suppose we have a question here. Yes, even yes, I want to uh, change the table field data type also. If you want to change the data type, what happens? If you go to the data element level, you cannot change the data type. You have to go to domain level. You have to change the data type. Data type or length, you can change it here, because this is the created area, defined area. In this defined area only you can change it here. But when you do some changes to the already used domain, what will happen? What will happen? You have to activate further changes. So immediately it is used in two data elements will get reflected immediately. Because when the object is changed, core object functionality properties or values are changed, it is used areas will get affected immediately. Then if data element level changes happened, the table fields will get affected immediately. Okay, immediately. This is what, but when the changes will get immediately means while activation, upon activation, that is important. That's why while creating will activate, while changing will end with always the activity ends with the final active step, activate step. Okay, right. Suppose I want to do some changes at table field level. No, you cannot because this is used areas. Used area is different. Defined area is different. If you want to go to the change, you have to reach out where it was originally developed. At that place only changes can be carried. This knowledge also important. Used area different. Defined area is different. Okay. Right. Now, so particularly this data type and the length. Okay. This data type and length is nothing but number of characters. So this is depends on the like your data type to data type. So here we are switching to some other topic that is under domain. Particularly, we have to discuss exploring data type. Yes, exploring data types. This topic, exploring data types, we will discuss at two levels. One is dictionary data types because this is I have to write dictionary data types we have to explore. And tomorrow, after introducing ABAP programming, we will also explore the data types as built-in data types. Built-in data types, program level data types we will discuss. So that is different. This is different. So we will go to the dictionary types. So closely you have to observe it. Yes, I have to go with very close observation. So first one is format section, second one is output character section. What is the difference between these two? Format section is yes, eh, okay, domain, domain screen, domain screen, data type tag, having two sections. First, format section. Section is nothing but a group of this is the border. This is under one section. And output characteristics, another section. Group of objects, group of fields, sorry, fields group of fields. Why they segregated or classified also a lot of meaning is there. So first one is format section, like second one is um, we can call it as format section also, format block also, because in screen point of view, it is a block. Okay. Next, output characteristics block. So what exactly this? Format block is applicable to underlying underlying data base storage. Okay, storage form. But output characteristics block is applicable to okay applicable to front end front end screen formats. Because I already told you database is backend. So we use this word backend. Back means underlying architecture. Front end means at the above layer or user interaction layer is the front end. Back end is database storage. So there is a each data type differs. The way it stores in the database is different, and the way it looks in the screen is different. That's why we have to see the close discussion of this particular scenario. Yes, we will observe each data type point of view also. Each data type point of view, right? Okay. Suppose, however, I'm going to disturb this only. Let's take, I'll remove this. We will remove this. Okay, I'll remove this also. Okay. First, because I'm exploring this particular scenario, let us take a character data type. So I just enter character, number of characters is big. Number of it is giving number of positions should be less than one data type. This is the error. So you are still you are getting the same error. That means minimum you have to give this type of activation errors and all you will get. Yes, we will go to the one character one. When we give one and press enter, it is going to be one. Going to be one. So that means the data type in the underlying and in the screen level, one character it stores as a one character only. You have to observe many things. When you go for character, decimals is grayed out. That is, character data type does not support decimals. That is one meaning. Character data type does not support the sign also. This is another meaning. Okay, but character supports the case sensitive. Character data type supports the case sensitive. You can check the checkbox. That means what is the advantage of checkbox? Case sensitive means to retain the lowercase values in lowercase, uppercase values in uppercase. Case sensitive checkbox is activated. This is applicable to the character. Suppose if I enter one character, it stores as a output is one, the underlying is one. Suppose output is 10, underlying is 10, output also, yes, it is, see, 1 minute, I'll remove this, enter, yes. This is auto converted, correct, 10 to 10. That means the number of characters at the screen level, the number of characters stores on the data base level, both are same. Okay, hope you guys understand this particular scenario. So if I go to the character data type, first important is char data type because most commonly frequently used. What is the meaning and observations is char data type does not support decimals. Okay, decimals because it is automatically grayed out. First meaning. Next, what character data types it does not support what the this one sign also. Sign also it get grayed out. Sign checkbox also. It does not support sign. Yes. Next, what happens? It supports the what is that? Case sensitive. Case sensitive. Case sensitive means to differentiate. Okay, to differentiate uppercase with lowercase, capital letters and small letters. Yes. That is the checkbox. If you want, you can activate that checkbox. Otherwise, in general, what happens if you don't activate the checkbox, or by default, all the characters will convert to uppercase. That is SAP default property. If you want to retain lowercase values in lowercase, then activate the checkbox. Okay, this is your yes. Next. Character requires minimum hmm, minimum length is 1, because what is that minimum number of characters? Minimum number of characters is 1. Yes, even when I entered 1, that error gone, number of characters, right? So next final statement is the number of characters at the screen level and the underlying database level, both are same. Yes, that is your observation. So the number of characters at the screen level in the underlying database table storage level, okay, are same. That means what? The way you enter the value, it is going to save it in the database. It is going to save in the database as it is. As it is. This is what you have to observe, because you can see here, this is your database, correct? Because in the bottom layer, I'm always writing. Now you go to the database, you have a table is there. We can say this is your table, large size table. One table, just like a 1G table. Okay. Yes. In this table, right, we have so many fields are there. In these fields, how it is going to reflect, how it is going to save it also, you have to know the difference. The database storage. What next? This is the front end screen, right? So this is your screen. Okay. Okay, front end screen and the back end database. There is a lot of difference you will find it here. Database, right? Database is a collection of tables, one table. So if you go to the one character, okay. So char value as Ravi, suppose, just like a name is Ravi, then it will go as it is in the database also as Ravi won't. That means the way it is looking at screen level, the way it stores at the database level, both are same. Like if you go to the client field, suppose CLNT. CLNT is client field is fixed length 3. So this is also, suppose my client is fixed length 3 length, right? So this is also going to store it exactly. The way you enter, the way it stores, both are same. So, okay, that is your first explore is character is over. Then we will go to CLNT now. CLNT. Enter, enter. Yes, see, I just enter only. You have to observe CLNT date type is 10. The number of characters at the front end is fixed 3, and the underlying is also underlying 3, and the screen level 3, underlying 3. It is fixed length data type 3 only. It does not support decimals, even it does not support sign and case also. So but it will support the conversion routine. Even The character data type supports conversion routine also. Yes. So this is the way you have to explore each data type, but important things only we will write documentation. So CLNT over, char is over. Then we will go to the NumC, NUMC. Just enter, NumC. Numeric character. See, this is a numeric character. It is also does not support decimals. Even it does not support sign and case. Okay. It does not support sign, you cannot activate, case you cannot activate. Only if you enter three numbers in the screen level, exactly it is going to update in the bottom also. Yes, three levels only. That is your overall. Yes. So you can go to here it is. Suppose it is NumC, right? NumC, if you give 0011, so it will update the database also 0011 only. That is the NumC properties. So numeric character, yes. So NUMC, numeric character data type property is it is a character data type, but but the limitation is it accepts only digits or numbers. That's it. Okay, yes. What is the meaning? It does not support all those things. What is that? Decimals, decimal places it does not support. And next what? Sign and char. What is that? Next one is this lowercase, uppercase. Okay, checkbox are also. Yes, it does not support. This case sensitive checkbox. Okay, yes, all those things it does not support. So what happens? The number of yes, it stores okay the values as it is simply as it is in the database. That means what is the meaning is no conversions. The way you entered, okay, the way it stores both are same. Yes, this is important because as a ABAP consultant, how does it stores in the database also it matters. That's why we are going a detailed way of discussion. Right. If you go to the DATS next, yes, suppose the front end, the number of characters are 10, suppose 10 numbers, then it will, yes, it should convert the bottom also, yes, underlying changes, the front end changes, both. Otherwise, if I change the front end has two, yes, back end also, underlying storage also should change to two. Yes, yes. That means it should update. It all depends on both. Okay. You have to observe that system is giving some message. Accordingly, you have to, yes. If I do the change at 20 at the underlying storage, then enter, the output is less than calculated output continue. Yes. Now you remove this, it will automatically get updated the same. Okay. Yes. Right. Go to the DATS. Very, very important. That is date data type. Okay. Remove this. Just date data type, press enter. Automatically you will get it. Yes. DATS. So very, very, very important. Yes. Date format. Date format at this front end level, okay, and the back end level is different. Suppose when it comes to date field, what is the value of the date? We will go with like DD hyphen MM hyphen YYYY format we will give. Correct? If you want, you can go to 0101 and then next 2024. Suppose this is the uh, kind of value. But when it comes to data storage, how this value gets stored in the database is it is exactly stored in opposite direction. It is stored in YYYY MMDD. That means 2024 MM is 10, then 01. This is, yes, this is what the important way of observation. See, the front end screen field required the separators, but the back end table storage doesn't require separators. This is the uh, important flow. If you look at here, at the screen level, you have 10. At the underlying level, it is 8 only. That is in the database table level, without separators, it will store in this format. YYYYMMDD. Okay, but the database doesn't require the separators. Okay, that's why DATS is 8. But in output, we required a separator. Separator could be some user can use the hyphen as a separator for date. Some user can use slash as a separator. Somebody use dot as a separator. That separators differs from user to user. Yes or no? But in this, uh, yes, database doesn't require. Okay, there is a clear difference between this. That's why we have to note this. It is DATS data type. See, observe it is not DATE. It is date data type. Okay, it is having fixed length. It is having fixed length 8. Okay, this is your fixed length 8. Yes. So this is your, yes, underlying storage format. So database table storage format is this. This is going to be SAP standard format. Level, okay, user format requires separator between date and month and year. Okay, you require a separator. That's why, so it is length 10, but it is length. So there is a 10 to 8 conversion is going to happen. Always this clarity is required. Front end screen format is DDMMYYYY with separator. The underlying is, so there is a 10 to 8. Exactly, it is opposite. So in user required DD, user enters date, month, year. But this again, this there is a front end screen. Somebody will go month, date, year also. Okay, depends user to user, region to region, country to country. But SAP always follow the underlying storage is fixed format. Okay, this you have to remember it. This the way you are looking at, the way you are storing the things are different. Similarly, if you go to the time format, if you go to the front end screen level time, so time is what? Hours, hours colon, minutes colon, seconds. This is the right. For example, if you want, if you go to 13 hours colon 07 minutes colon 22 seconds. This is the example. But how does it is going to stored in the database? In the database table, yes, this is going to update it as a this approach. What is that? Hours, minutes, and seconds. Okay, no separator is required. That is 13 07 22. That's it. This is the value. So front end screen required colon and this separator to separate to differentiate between hours and minutes in seconds. But so this is TIMS. Okay, TIMS. It is not TIME. TIMS data. So um, it is having the timetable. It is having fixed length as 6. That is the database table storage format is yes, yes hours, minutes, and seconds. But the screen level mm, user format requires separator, separator between hours and minutes and right. That's why, therefore, its okay, its length is how much? 8, 6 plus 2. Okay. So in the database, it does not store without separators. Okay, this is the way you are looking at screen level, the way it stores at the database level also important. Okay, clear? Main important data types are these 4. Which one? The like your character data types. Okay, then again we have to go to the numeric data. Under numeric types, okay, under numeric types, we have basically int, float, and fact. Int, float, and decimal. So integer. So we have how many integers are there? Basically, primarily we are going to use int 4 because there is a if you go to this F4, yes, int 1, int 2, int 4, int 8 also they introduced. Integer is also have minus range to yes. So int 4 is most popularly we use it int 4. If I enter int 4, now remove this, press enter. Right. Press enter. This is most important. So int 4 range is this minus 21, 47, 48 this much to plus that is integer accepts whole numbers with the sign. Int 4 data type. It is it is numeric data type. That is yes. It accepts whole numbers including leading sign. Sign means leading yes, plus or minus sign. That is about your integer. Yes, it accepts only numbers, but you have to observe it. When it comes to int 4, Int 4 values at a screen level 11, underlying storage is 10. So everything you have to observe and note it down. Yes. So value stored at database table level is 10. Maximum 10 digits. 10 digits are 10 numbers. But value displayed at the screen level, printed screen level is 11. Okay, 10 digits, 10 digits plus, okay, along with sign. So sign could be, so what is the meaning of sign? Sign is leading sign. So default sign is plus. That is the plus symbol. Yeah. We can give minus symbol also. Minus means for minus values. We can provide a minus symbol also. Yes. For negative value, right? Both the things are. So integer supports sign. You have to observe that. Okay, I entered some value like this. What is that value? The screen level. If you go to integer, okay, integer 4. Some value I entered like this. Okay, minus value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, but how does it stores in the database? Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. So that is 10 digits with leading sign. But when it comes to the database storage, what happens? It will store only the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it doesn't require. So this is 10 plus 1, 11. Underlying is only 1. Only 10. Without a leading sign, it will store in the database. Okay, clear? This is about your integer. So integer, when you go to the integer, it does not support case sensitive, it does not support decimals also. Okay, good. Right. Then we will move on to the, if you go to integer 8, then you can explore all this stuff. Just, okay, press enter. Automatically you will come to know it's integer 8. Extended. Recently integer 8 came after now only. What happens? Integer 8 supports how much? 19, 20 characters at the screen level, but it is going to store it in the integer without like if I this is okay. If you go to, because everything I just remove it. Okay, continue. See, that means this sign, activation of sign is optional. But if you want to, if you are expecting minus values, you can enter it. You can activate this sign also to handle the minus values. This is so int followed by, we have to go to the next data type called as float. So now float FLT float. So float supports sign also, but not case. The float supports decimals also. This is important. Okay, you first time we got the yes. So if you look at FLTP data type, FLTP data type, it falls under, it is a numeric data type. Yes, which supports decimals. Okay, decimals, and next what? Decimal places and sign also. And sign also, leading sign also. Both you can give it. So because once you press enter, by default, what is the default value? At a screen level, there is a 22 value, 22, 22 digits. So float accepts numbers along with decimals. This is the rule. Yes. The limitation of integer is overcome in the float. That is the rule. Right. Now, what is that? At screen value is accepts value up to 22, 22 digits. This is what the meaning is. SAP says 22 digits. But in the yes, underlying storage, yes, database table storage level, it stores as what is that? 16 numbers, 16 numbers with 16 decimals, 16 decimal places. Right. This is what SAP says that number of this is 16 digits with 16. Okay. Yes. Actually, it is how this conversion happens. 16, 16, it will go with 32. But we have to see how this float conversions happens. Okay. Next, go to, because I will come that part later, just go to the decimals, because we have to see practical examples through only, then you will understand. DEC. There is a one more data type called as DEC, very, very important. See, in DEC supports decimals. This is actually packed decimals format. Okay. DEC data type is numeric data. It is numeric data, right? Which supports decimals with a sign. Yes, this both, it supports decimals values are also decimal values with sign. What is the meaning of this particular? Because I'm introducing most commonly used. Suppose in the output at screen level, I entered 10 digits. How does it is going to store it? Yes. Otherwise, we will go in a reverse order. It's 10 digits. 10 digits along with yes. So this is giving 10 plus 2. Yes. This is the best practice. 10 plus 2 plus sign equal to 13. Okay. So there is no such confusion here. This is very much clear that okay, default decimals are 2 it will take. Okay, including here. At screen level 13, the underlying is 10 digits plus 2 decimals. Okay, this is the way, more accurate way of storage. The front end to back end along with the sign is decimals. That's why because float is having that mantissa and exponential part. That's why it went to confusion level. How does this is 22 with the 1616? This was leading to confusion because float values are stored with a special format, that scientific format called as mantissa plus exponential. Yes. But what is the meaning is accurate. Yes. It is recommended. Which one? DEC is recommended for which purpose? To store, okay, to store the values along with decimals, because it is exact way, exact screen values stored in the database, in the database. Okay, yes, database table field, table level. This is about our DEC. So some numeric types, some character types, because most commonly frequently used things I introduced. So we use either integer or else decimals for this one. If you are accepting without decimals, go for integer. With decimals, come to the decimal directly. Don't go for this float. The concept is float have some limitations. That's why which is rarely used float. Okay, because there is a separate storage. The scientific formats are there. DEC is recommended. Okay, so there are some other data types we have to explore. With further data types we'll explore. Then there is a one concept called as conversion routine we will discuss. And finally, we have that value ranges tab also we have to discuss. So we will conclude the remaining domain part tomorrow. Okay, and we have to explore the built-in domains also. Okay, so that's all for today's sessions.